You're listening to the Bourbon Nerds podcast, Bourbon Nerd Spotlight, featuring Hunter, aka the Bourbon Hunter. Hey,
What's going
Hunter.
on, guys?
Nothing much, man. How you doing?
It's good, man. Good. Happy to be here. Appreciate y'all having me on.
Yeah, we're really excited to have you on. I mean, we've been kind of talking about this for a while. You were one of the first people that we even talked to when we were hatching this crazy idea of doing a podcast, and yeah, so here we are. You've been putting out, I mean, your videos have been killing it. I've watched a few of your videos, not recently. So we've also been doing some hunting videos. So looking forward to getting some more advice from you and then talking to our audience and kind of sharing what you got going on and kind of go from there.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. We've been talking about this for a while, ever since we had that meeting with you, and as we were kind of starting up. And I feel like we've come a long way in the short time period, which we're at like 7 or 8 months of doing this, and it takes time for sure. And I'm sure that you know better than a lot of people that these things kind of take time to really build up. Like how long do you think it took before you finally kind of started feeling, I guess, like taking off, or getting
Um,
good?
Taking off such an interesting way to describe
Well,
things,
right.
But for me, it was about the year mark, like 1 year in of really trying. At the beginning, I wasn't really trying, but then I'd say 4 or 5 months after I started, I really focused. I really decided to learn the editing, learn the camera work, and like learn more about bourbon. So I sounded more educated when I was speaking on camera. And that was way more than having a fancy camera and an editor and all this other stuff. I mean, you can do everything you want on the back end of stuff, but if you don't know what you're talking about, then no one's going to listen to you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Um, so I guess kind of tell us how you got into, bourbon, kind of what brought you into this whole world. 'Cause-
Oh man, this is a cool little story here. So for me, I was on Reddit a lot. I'm a big fan of Reddit.
oh, those are
And
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kept having the whiskey subreddit pop up and pop up and pop up. And I was like, man, what are these guys talking about? These bottles of bourbon. And they're like, great score. And they're doing the classic phone with the watch in front of the steering wheel, And I was
Oh
just like,
yeah.
that seems kind of cool. What's that all about? So then I started learning about it. And I was just chasing whatever somebody would post. So somebody would post a bottle of Midwinter Nice Dram, and I'd look all over, high and low, and I would never find it. And I'd just be like, I didn't even know it was a rye whiskey when I was looking for it either. I had no idea what it was. I was just like, I want it. Um,
You're like, who's High
and
West? I don't even understand.
yeah, I mean, as bad as it could have gotten, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just straight up looking for that shape, that bottle, that label, and it finally happened. I finally got it, and I posted a picture of it on Reddit, and I got a couple updates. I got a couple thumbs ups on it, and I said, you know what, that's pretty cool. And then obviously, I do give a lot of credit to some guys that helped educate me along my way. The Bourbon Judge, I watched all of his videos for very informative content.
Yeah.
Marcus is a great guy. And then Bruzel was making all of these hunting videos, and I was watching them and watching them. And as a guy who just turned 25 years old at the time, starting a YouTube channel at 23, I was like, man, there's nobody really my age out there doing this. Bruzel's great at it. He obviously has a capture of that market, but there's a gap. And I was always told in my life that the people who do great things are the people that find a gap in a market and are able to kind of dive on in there. And I just saw that there was nobody that was, less than 30 years old making bourbon videos on the internet. So I decided to start dabbling in that. I walked into a liquor store for the first time, and it was the weirdest thing ever. I walked right up to the front cash register, and I said, "My name's Hunter, and I have a, like, as unconfident as possible. I have a YouTube channel. It's the Bourbon Hunter. And anyway, so can I film in here?" Straight up, just did that. And I would always send pictures and videos to my friends of stuff that I found in the stores, but I would never post it. I finally filmed it, found a Joseph Magnus cigar batch sitting on the bottom shelf, overlapped some like movie clips, sound bites and stuff, and posted it to YouTube, got like 45 views, and I was freaking out, man. I mean, I was like,
I
yes,
made it.
dude. I can't believe it got out of the algorithm. Like I thought that that was getting out of the algorithm, like finally getting on a roll. And
Mhm.
you know, never put my face in a video. Like I told you, first 2, 3, 4 months, you know, I was just kind of doing it, trying to be that obscure, obsolete guy that just makes videos. But you can't make it very far in this particular industry without having some type of facial persona, because it's not like you have a cartoon character you can put up on screen or something. You're going live in bottle shops and looking for things or tasting things or critiquing whiskeys. So
Mhm.
that's kind of what got me into it, man. And ever since then, I did it for a hobby for a year or two. I mean, for a month or two after that, and I decided to kind of lean into it. I do have a full-time job still at this time, that I work 40 to 45 hours a week on, and then I do this on the side. So as it stands, I don't have a bunch of free time, but the success that I've had is all to viewers, all to the grind and the passion behind what I do.
Yep, absolutely. That's what it's all about, I think, at the end of the day. So I didn't realize you were that young, honestly, 25, man. You will come across very mature and you're, professional in your videos and stuff. I mean, obviously we're hunting bourbon, right? It's supposed to be
Yeah.
fun and we got to joke around a little bit, have a good time. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what it's all about. You want people to connect with you as well as you can educate them, right? They want to captivate. And I think that's what Bruzel, Jason C from Mash and Drum, I'm a
Yep.
big fan of his. Bourbon Judge is great. I've watched a ton of his. The SLB guys, so, but
Yeah.
that's a cool story. And then you just kind of like just went all in and just kept putting out
Yeah.
videos and growing and growing and growing and grind. Yeah, like you said, it definitely is a
That
grind.
is pretty crazy that you were like your first couple of bottles were like Midwinter's Night Dram and Joseph Magnus cigar blend.
Yeah,
And I'm over here, I was picking up like Elijah Craig's small batch and stuff. I'm like, oh, this looks good. Look
yeah.
at this.
We
Well,
had
that's
to
the
bring him up right though,
Yeah, there was absolutely nothing that I knew about it, right? I just thought that that was normal. But as we will see today, there are a ton of budget bottles that drink just as good as some of the ones that we just discussed that are $200 or $300. And I'm really excited to dive into some of these today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Can you tell us about a time like one of your favorite bourbon hunting stories where you've whether it's a allocated, non-allocated, just kind of like one of those stories that I know you've got a million videos. Just be interested to hear kind of like one of your favorites, getting to know a liquor store owner or a group and you just kind of stumbled across something unique. I know that's a
Okay.
loaded
All right.
question.
I put up my channel real quick to look because it's all a fog, man. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all a fog at the amount of time I spend editing the videos. They blend together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're like
100%.
right under 30 episodes, and I'm already like,
Did we talk about that?
yeah, we're like, oh, I think we already talked about that distillery. We probably shouldn't bring this. So it's like, oh, I feel you there. After
Yeah.
next year, we're gonna be like, oh, I need to start making a list.
So I'll tell you two. Um, Probably top fun like experience was dressing up as a tourist going through Pensacola, Florida, with the bucket hat, the pit
Oh, I
vipers,
remember
the
that.
sunscreen on my nose,
Yeah.
and then the flower shirt that I swear like was open like all the way down, and wearing just I got the most funny looks ever. It was so fun. Everybody was having a great time. And then we finished the day by drinking George T. Stagg at a bar for $20 a pour. I
Oh, we
mean,
Man.
found that. We found one of those places in Austin for 20
Yeah,
bucks.
20
oh,
bucks,
Man.
man. We put it down in that bottle.
Yeah.
George T. Stack for 20 bucks. Sign me up all day long. That's our
yes.
favorite bourbon, I mean, in general, but
I bet the store owners were like, this guy's definitely looking for Blanton's.
One guy walked in and he just goes, no, 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 no. Like he just didn't want me to walk through the door. And we kept chatting and having a great time. And then by the end of the day, we go into the last store and they go, you're those guys everybody's talking about going around town dressed up all funny. And I was like, oh my God, people are actually talking about this in real time.
that's
That's
funny.
when it that's when it made sense to me. I was like, okay, what I do actually has an impact.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, and that was almost a year ago now. And then the second one was something creative that I wish maybe got more attention, but the bourbon hunting challenge that I did, where like I sent like 10 different people across the city for 1 hour only and had them find the best bottle for the best price. And the guy that ended up winning got a Woodford Double Oak for $29.99.
What?
Yeah,
That's
and
insane.
then the other guy got a EH Taylor single barrel for retail, which was like $79,
Mhm.
and the winner was the Woodford because it's less than wholesale.
Yeah.
And so many people were pissed because they were like, single barrel EH Taylor is definitely the winner. Like blah blah blah. It's like, guys, you don't understand.
Yeah.
We're not always after the tater stuff, you know. Like it's great, don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
that guy found it for less than what it sold to the people for. Like I don't like that's an incredible price.
Yeah. I've
Yeah.
never seen that cheap at all, ever. That's a really good price, man.
I really liked,
But
and I kind of commented on this with you. I really liked the episode where you did the run, and every mile you would drink. And I was like, dude, that's like because like me and Cody, like I run a lot, and Cody's a big health guy, and so I was like, dude, that'd be a really cool, really
I'll
cool,
do
just
it.
fun event.
No, you're
I'll
like,
do
no,
it.
that was terrible. Terrible
Oh my
I
price.
God,
remember
that
Logan
was
was like, oh, it's so
hard.
bad.
Milk was a bad choice.
Yeah,
Dude, I'll tell you what, the looks I got during that race that you never saw on camera.
yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. And I felt terrible. And my main issue is that the night before I went and had like 8 margaritas with some friends at a Mexican restaurant.
Oh yeah. So you really weren't.
I was already cooked from the start. I screwed
Okay.
myself from the beginning. But yeah, that video would not recommend. If you hadn't watched it, um, you should watch it, but it's
That's
awful and
that's
I don't
probably my
recommend it
favorite
at
video.
all.
I just loved it. I loved the idea. I thought it was super creative. Um,
Yeah, I don't know. It sucked.
so yeah, before we get too deep into anything, what's some of the bottles that you have that you brought?
So something that you and I were discussing, I grabbed some shelf available bangers, some stuff that you could walk into a store for the most part and find. So I have an Old Grandad 114, which I think is a staple and should be for most people.
I
I
couldn't agree more with
have
that. Absolutely.
That's my concert
a,
go-to. I'll take that with me before.
a concert.
Dude,
Oh,
it makes a mean old fashioned too. Like my last Thanksgiving, I was making in old fashions with it, and my family was going nuts. I turned it into the bartender at Thanksgiving, so I was very popular that Thanksgiving. Didn't piss my whole family off this Thanksgiving.
is that a Bardstown you got?
Oh, for sure. So this is the high wheat.
I could literally tell from the neck of the bottle that I am
I love
cooked.
Bardstown.
My
Nailed
brain
it.
is
One of my
screwed.
favorite distilleries ever.
I look
Yeah,
at
that's a great
bottles too
bottle
much.
too. I mean, I know it's getting quite a lot of talked about more recently, but we've done side by side with the 107, and it punches every bit of that, if not better. So
And it's everywhere.
yeah, I'm drinking the
Yeah.
Michter's US1 bottle. I think it's really Michter's is kind of becoming quietly one of my favorite distilleries.
Yeah, man.
Their
I got the
rise. Oh, that sour. Yeah, I see. He doesn't like sour mash. I like it. I think it's good.
I
yeah.
love the
The
rye.
toasted sour mash was outstanding.
Dude, the barrel strength rye is insane.
Yeah, I've had
I'll
the
have a
toasted
little
one.
glass of some Michter's right now for you.
What else do we have? We brought some Russells. Russell's 10, I
Yeah.
think is amazing.
Yeah,
Any of the
Yep.
Russell single barrels. Like
Yep.
this one, I don't think you can having some video problems, guys, but this one has a sweet sticker on it with a turkey. I don't know if you can see it.
This is someone
Oh,
who
I see that.
pick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, that's a cool one.
Was it every day I'm rustling?
Yeah,
Every day I'm rustling.
Yeah, that's a great
I think
bottle.
it has like a little medallion on it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's very
Yeah,
nice.
our local whiskey group does some really cool stuff. Really, really good picks. Really creative tater stickers too.
So I grabbed the Russell's tin as well, but this one I haven't opened. And you're like, why is it not open? Well, it's the LL-ME. It's the
Oh,
historically.
you got one of those?
Yeah,
Research
it's the
that.
most tatery
Dude, I've
Russell
looked
tin
at
ever.
thousands of bottles. We couldn't come across. I saw
So-
a lot of LLMAs, but I couldn't get it.
So I'm going to open this today and we'll see if it's what it says it
Supposed to have
is.
some 15s floating around in
You
there.
did admit
That's-
that there was some special stuff in there.
I find that so freaking hard to believe. Like there's no way that they let that shit just slide into there. There's no way.
I know Jason C did he interviewed one of the guys from Turkey, and he nonchalantly confirmed that there's some high age stuff in it. So
Oh, another one, the Bullet Bottled in Bond. Have you had that?
I do not have one of those, and I have not had that. No.
So good, man.
it's actually a really good
I've
bottle
never
of
been the
bond.
biggest Bullet fan, but this Bottled in Bond, which this is I think it was age stated. I think it's 7 years.
Mm.
But I mean, it's freaking good. Like it kind of reminds me of like Frey Ranch Uncut, where you get a lot of those like
Yep.
like apple and cherry kind of flavor. Like I that's one of my favorite
Sour,
bottles.
sour
Dude,
cherry
what
note.
did I
Yeah,
just
like I
pour?
love like
Oh,
that sour cherry note, and I highly recommend that.
I
Anything from
like this
Redwood Empire.
vintage.
I'm a big Redwood Empire fan.
I'm a Redwood Empire like lover. I
Yeah,
Yeah,
love their
pipe dream.
stuff.
I really like that pipe dream 101. I think that
Oh
bottle's
yeah.
I don't.
excellent.
I
I
don't.
like it better than the cast strength, to be
Yeah, a lot
honest.
of their stuff is easy to find and affordable. Like I know some of their special stuff is gets up there a little bit, but
So do you have like a smaller craft distillery that's just kind of like you're kind of a fanboy of? I'm curious to see because you're in a different
Yeah.
area than we are. We get a lot of Texas, still Austin, Iron Root, Garrison Brothers. Please email us back. I'm just that's a joke, inside joke with us. But
we've reached out to multiple Garrison Brothers
yeah,
people,
they
and they
haven't
won't even
pushed
get
back.
us an
So,
email back.
but yeah, is there a distillery? I know we were talking about one, you have a background obviously behind, but I didn't know if there was one that you're kind of a
Um, so yeah, there's probably definitely two in Charleston that I can just think of off the top of my head that I love. One is Firefly, who I did a barrel pick with. Um, don't know if you know much about them, but quick synopsis is that they are a Sazerac adjacent company. They get their distillate, excuse me, they get their distillate straight from Buffalo Trace. They get the barrels from Buffalo Trace, and they distill it once more on their still, and then barrel and age it here in South Carolina. It is a Sazerac bot. It is like a Bowman. Not a lot of people know about it. They don't release anything that's less than 6 years old. I did a barrel pick with them, sold out in like 3 hours. It was
wow.
excellent. Great stuff, great owners. The guys started off as a winery, just growing the grapes and everything, and then they transitioned into sweet tea vodka, which then got famous. Sazerac wanted to partner up with them, and the rest is history. So, great family over there, Jay and Jimmy Morris, Scott, everybody over there, good owners all around. And then the other one is High Wire, Jimmy Red Corn. You might have heard of that one.
Yeah.
It's 100% red corn whiskey. They make it 24. I think they distill every day of the week. I think they distill 7 days a week down here. I'm doing a barrel pick with them in August. They just came out with their double oak that smacks. It is so good. And then uh, they have a wheated blend that's like that 7 year in the ceramic bottle that everybody was looking for a little while back. A lot of the kind of fly under the radar stuff. Their mash is 100% corn. It is 100% red corn mash. It is aside from the wheat, obviously, but
Yeah.
all of their bourbon is 100% corn mash. And the tie to them that I think makes them unique is that before he passed away, Julian Van Winkle came down and visited them for like a consultation. They paid him to come down, and or maybe they didn't pay him. I don't know. Don't have the clarification on that exactly, but I do know that he came down. He tried their White Dog, their high wine, and he said that that is his favorite high wine he has ever had in his life. The White Dog was the best he's ever had in his life, and he could not believe, no matter how many times they told him, that it was 100% corn, that it had that much flavor from
Yeah.
100% corn. So then they barreled a bottle with him. He signed it, and they still, I mean, they barrel to barrel, whatever. Anyway, there's still a barrel sitting in there with his signature on it.
Oh, that's
And I
awesome.
may, and it's all owned by shareholders to that particular barrel. Uh, I may not have tried that barrel, and it's absolutely delicious.
Unconfirmed sources.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know, but
awesome.
it's great from what I heard.
Yeah, I haven't got to. I've seen the Jimmy Red. I saw SLB guys were trying it. They were big fans of it, so I hadn't picked one up yet. But
They've been pushing it hard recently.
yeah,
They're coming down here in July to do a barrel pick with them, so that's probably why they're pushing it pretty hard. I actually reached out to Kirk, talked to him for a little while, and they're gonna have a blast. I'm gonna do one in August. I mean, we're gonna start putting them on. People are gonna start doing barrel picks with them. It's gonna be great.
yeah, awesome. We'll check them out for sure. Definitely been wanting to. Just there's so many dang bottles, man. It's like
Mhm.
got to catch them all. Like we're trying to try the new hot thing and then try the stuff that's been, distribution is been changing, getting a lot better for a lot of those smaller craft
Oh
distilleries.
yeah, oh yeah.
That's what it's great. Texas is starting to get a lot more. We get, usually find a lot more stuff in Texas, even though we live in the Oklahoma area. But yeah, those are two good names. Um,
So, how many? Well, I guess. Do you have a favorite barrel pick that you've done, or is it kind of one of those things where like all your barrel picks are just like your kids and you can't pick between them, or maybe a favorite like
everybody's got a favorite kid,
maybe a
man.
favorite moment where you got to go and
Oh my goodness.
experience with your barrels?
That's so funny that you asked that, man. So I had a friend over last night. We were drinking some bourbon. I was doing a little editing, hanging out. I'm moving right now. So all of my bottles are in absolute chaos. I mean, I got over 300 bottles of bourbon and they're just all over the floor. It is bad. He comes over, he goes, "Man, if you had to pick one barrel pick of yours, what would it be?" So currently I have four or five that are picked, three that have been released to the public. So I have the first one, Cedar Ridge, then the Firefly Live, which is the Sazerac adjacent company, and then the Driftless Glen, which literally released today as we were recording this, June 29th. And he goes, "Which one is your favorite?" And I said, "You're just going to pretty much ask me to shoot one of my kids because,"
Yeah.
and that's funny that you said that because they are exactly like that. If I had to go, and this is just off of pure, like aesthetics, as in the look of the bottle, I think the look of the Firefly bottles was my favorite. We had the three different designs on the labels. We had the storyboard of the Cascaway. So much thought, so much effort, time, dedication. The poor girl that I paid, she hand drew 180 bottle labels with Sharpies and colored them in. I mean, I signed, since it's local, I was able to sign each bottle with a paint pen as it left the distillery.
Oh,
Just
that's so cool.
that was so fun.
Still,
The
Austin does a lot of
best,
stuff like that.
Yeah.
the best bourbon that I've picked in a single barrel, in my opinion, is my Barrel Cake Driftless Glen pick that I just did. It is the oldest whiskey they've ever released. It is insane the amount of depth, flavor, viscosity, and everything. And it came out at cast strength like 110, which is a perfect sipping proof for most people.
Yeah.
It is 9 years, 7 months. It is just wild. And it is the second oldest barrel pick I've ever had. The oldest being the other short barrel I got from Driftless Glen that was a backup because the yield on the tin, I mean, the barrel I just did was so low. I was like, I need another one.
Yeah.
Like we need to have a similar number of rye and bourbon for sale. So they sent me the short barrel, and it was only like 48 bottles, which got us to like the 160 range on each that I needed. But that one's like a month older. The Barrel Cake is by far my favorite because I'm a big sweet whiskey guy. I love the sweeter notes, the cherries, the chocolates, the vanilla,
Butterscotch.
the butterscotch, the caramel. I
Every
mean,
time, man.
oh man, and that freaking Barrel Cake one just blew me away. And I don't even have a bottle of it yet. It's en route. It's in the mail, but like I haven't tried it since February, and I can promise you the moment I get it, it's gonna be half empty by that night.
Oh yeah, I'm that way with I mean, a good barrel pick. It's like, I mean, that's what it's meant for. It's meant to drink and stuff and
Yeah.
enjoy.
Mhm.
I'm that same way. Our buddy Damon just did a pick of rare character rye, and I think within the next couple of days it was half gone.
It's very good.
It's
Yeah.
a really good rye.
Do you have any, because that's on kind of like our vision board, doing a barrel pick. That's something we think we want to cross off. We haven't got to do yet. Do you have any advice for, picking a barrel? I know it can be, I've, watched some videos and did different things, but I didn't know. Curious, you're kind of getting more into doing that. So
Yeah, I've learned a lot since my first one. I got obviously five in the pipe, three that are sold, and I'll tell you what, you got to make sure that people trust your judgment because they're spending their hard-earned money on it.
yep.
And if you don't have that backing, then you're sitting on 6 or 7 grand worth of whiskey that is now your problem.
Mm.
And monetarily, that's a nightmare. And you also don't want your online retailer or whoever you go through, or if you decide to do it yourself, by all means, not going to call the law on you. But, you're really taking a lot of risk. It is a lot of risk. And I remember calling Marcus, the bourbon judge, before I did my first one. And I said, "Man, Marcus, I'm going up to Iowa this week. I'm going to be picking a barrel from Cedar Ridge." He's like, "Cedar Ridge? Nobody knows about them." And this was 2 years ago. He's like, "Nah, nobody knows about them. You need to do a half barrel." I'd advise. He didn't say I needed to. He's like, I'd advise that you did a half barrel. And I was like, I know, but I think I'm gonna do a full because because like I just had the feeling that I could tell a good story. I wanted to put them on the map and say, guys, you don't have to buy everything from Kentucky or
Yeah.
Indiana or Texas because Texas is getting pretty big when it comes
Yeah.
to the whiskey market. And when I talked to the president of Cedar Ridge, man, the passion I heard over the phone and the video calls we had, and then I talked to Murphy Quint, who's an amazing gentleman, Megan, she's awesome out there, and all of them, they were so in tune, and just everybody knew exactly what was going into that barrel, exactly how the bread was buttered, man, and I was sold, and I said, I need to just give this some limelight. It needs to be seen. Um,
And I think that's a great advice. A lot of people have said you're messing with people's money. If you can't sell it, one, you could be out of a lot of money. Two, it's a
mhm.
lot of product. But so there's a lot to go into that and thinking through. So
Because I mean,
Man, it's so tough. It's so tough to judge too. Like monetarily, like what are your viewers gonna give up? Like what are they willing to spend on a barrel pick? So for example, me in the partnership I have with Bottled Nexus that I think is a doing a great job for me and particularly. Um, they take a percentage and then I am offered a percentage of up to 15% of bottle cost. So for example, if the bottle is $50, then I would add on what would that be? 0.15. So I'd add on $7.50. So the retail would be 75.50. And
mhm.
I would make $7.50 a commission if I did full 15%. But after their cost, their fees, and all that, you never really know where it's going to land. I'm saying all that to say that I have never taken full commission on a single barrel pick I've done because I've always wanted to hit a price point. They say, oh, you can have more than 15. You can go to 20. You can go to 25. You can hit 79.99 a bottle. You can do this. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that it is reasonable for people to buy these because I am not the biggest YouTuber in the world. I'm just some guy who picks barrels and hopes people buys them. And if I have to take less of a cut, which for Firefly,
Say that 5 times fast.
yeah, for Firefly down here in Charleston, I took a 0% commission because I had to hit. I wanted it. It was $69.99. If I took any commission, it was going to be 80 something dollars. And I
Yeah.
was like, that's unheard of. 6 year, 4 month whiskey, terrible price point is $80. But for 70, it may be doable because it's
Yeah.
almost 7 years.
So I want to, yeah, and that's a great point. I mean, again, making some money is great, but I really want to put find a distillery that you could really kind of help put on the map that deserves it. Secondly,
Mhm.
get a bottle in someone's hands that's going to make memories, and we put our heart and soul into it. So that's really good feedback, good advice. Take
One
less commission
thing.
to hit a certain price point, make it more readily available, and something that you could
Mhm.
really put, because one bad store pick and you're probably not going to do one again for if ever, if at all. So you
Yeah.
really got to hit the ground running and swing for the fences.
One thing I've seen a lot of people do is partner with a local retailer that'll you will then go help them pick. You can then purchase some of those at wholesale when they come in, and then you do your back end, pull the wool over your eyes kind of thing, and get them sold to members that are interested through
Yeah.
certain things, right? So there's one way to do it that way, and that's a good little dip your toe in the water. The store is buying the entire barrel no matter what. You are going to get a good deal to help them move product. They don't care. You don't care because you're getting a good deal on your barrel pick, and then you can kind of help push it and test it out. I've seen people do that. I kind of did the same thing. I helped with a Woodford Double Oak barrel pick that
Mhm.
had my name on it. Uh, and then I purchased like 80 bottles and distributed them by hand very far away. And that gave me a very good, you know, judging of what my audience was willing to do.
So let's switch gears a little bit. So I have a pretty big collection. You talked about you have over 300 bottles. I know you're in the process of moving, so we appreciate you again taking the time to meet
Yeah.
with us. But so what like do you are you a season at like do you have certain bottles like obviously we have pretty similar climates, right? We're down in the Texas, North Texas, Southern Oklahoma area, so it's 115 degrees outside. So what do you find yourself kind of in the summer gravitating towards some of your, more regular bottles? I know we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the value bottles that we've already mentioned a
Mhm.
little bit. So I was curious.
Yeah. For me, man, I love during the summer anything that's under 110 proof. Like anything in that realm, I love. For example, this Michter's right now, I'm crushing it. It's great. Big fan of that. And I typically gravitate towards more like the sweeter stuff, like a Maker's Mark, a Maker's 46,
Mhm.
sometimes a Russell's 10,
Yep.
90 proof. All those, I typically drink a sweeter, lower proof whiskey during the summer and sometimes like 100 proof rye I like during the summer. Those are pretty kind of up, fruity notes. Sometimes a little was it like a peppermint? You can kind of get some of those notes on those, and those are good too.
Okay. Are you 100% drink neat? Do you put a glass, ice in there sometimes?
For me, man, if I'm gonna have a cold drink, I'm just drinking a beer.
That's fine.
So,
Let's switch. What's your beer choice in the summer you
oh
like?
my God, dude, you're gonna make so much fun of me. Recently, I have been crushing Coors Light, and
I
I
thought you were gonna
don't
say
know
Hey,
Lemon
why.
Kugel, so it's okay.
no, yeah, I thought you were gonna say something like Leinenkugels. Of course, like that's fine. I'm a Modelo Especial, like with lime,
Okay.
man. You can't
Okay.
beat that.
Yeah,
But
I had the Corona last night. It was actually really good. I was like, oh.
I
nothing wrong
drank
with some Colorado Kool-Aid, though. I'll say that.
I drank so many Coronas like a month ago for Memorial Day. I can't have any more this summer. So I had to
You're limited for
switch.
the whole summer. Yeah,
I had to switch, man.
that's funny.
All right, so
Yeah.
going away from whiskey a little bit. So, you said you're a pretty big sports guy. What are some of the sports team you follow?
So I'm a big Buccaneers guy, and I can give a lot of that credit to Tom Brady, but I learned a lot more about the team after he left. Love Mike Evans. Mike Evans is an
Mike Evans is
incredible
great.
guy,
Yeah.
Like
and
9 straight 1,000 yard seasons.
oh my gosh. Like as a football player, he's great. Guy off the field, though, I've heard he is just a saint. He is truly an impeccable, generous gentleman. And I love that. I love seeing Chris Godwin. Just
Sad
a
to see
lot
him
of,
get hurt last year. That was
oh,
terrible. I had
dude.
him on my fantasy team. That was rough.
Oh, did you really? Man, that
Yeah.
stinks. He gets hurt every year, though, honestly, which kind of sucks. I liked Leonard Fournette during the Super Bowl when they won. Just that whole dream team that they had with Vita Vea. I mean, all those
Yeah.
guys, dude.
That front
Just
line was nuts.
oh, it was
Dude,
crazy,
they were
man.
killers, man. That was interesting. Tom Brady pulled that off, man, against
Hmm.
Tampa. Where do you stand? Are you a Baker fan or
And he looked pretty good last
he
year.
looked great last year?
So Baker Mayfield, man. I wish the guy was as consistent as he was last year for his entire career because I feel like he has a little bit of tarnish on that
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield medal that he wears around. I think he's got good swag. I think he's got a little chippiness to him.
Yeah,
He can
absolutely.
kind
One
of
of the chippier guys in the league.
throw some trash if he needs to.
I mean,
I think he's good for the team though.
I think we can all blame Cleveland for a lot of that, though. I don't think Cleveland or New York Jets. I don't think they figured out how to develop quarterbacks.
Cleveland runs quarterbacks. I don't know what it is, man.
Cleveland ruins a lot of things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true, especially in the NFL realm. So
If they didn't have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, I don't think anybody would ever want to go to Cleveland for anything.
Oh man, yeah. What are y'all's teams?
so for football, I'm a Denver Broncos fan.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna be good this year, man. You watch out.
sure.
I think we're gonna have one of the best defenses in the league.
Broncos Nation.
I mean,
Yeah, let's go.
I
Bo
mean,
Nix, if you're listening, shout out to you, my friend.
so the thing about my sports teams is I can say all of them I've been a fan since day one because they're all newer. So Houston Texans are my
Okay.
team. I have a Dallas Stars. They came over after Dallas Stars, Oklahoma City Thunder, who just won the championship. Shout out
OKC.
Yeah.
OKC, yeah. And then like the Houston Texans. The only one is like the Texas Rangers, but I'm like not like the biggest baseball fan, so But it's
Yeah.
pretty cool to say, hey, I've been a fan since day one because they've all been around.
I got two words: Cooper Flag. Let's
Cooper
go.
Flag.
Cooper
We're back on
flag.
the we're back on the
Makes
grand.
that Luca trade look a lot more
Yeah,
reasonable.
realistic.
Oh my goodness. I got a really good friend of mine, man. He is a pitching coach for the Texas Rangers.
Oh, that's
Oh
awesome.
wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. So when you said the Rangers, like that's pretty cool. Small world right there,
When
you
are you
know.
gonna come down to Dallas, man? We'll do some hunting videos together.
Man, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know actually. It's so weird with me. Like my schedule during the summer kind of gets a little more open because nobody wants to do barrel picks in the summer because who wants to like go in the rick houses when it's that
Yeah.
hot, you know? So I front load my schedule and then I back load it. So and I also live in Charleston, which is like the best place to be in the summer. So give and take what you want to do with that time. So
Yeah.
maybe sometime at the end of the year, you know, I definitely I don't know how I feel about Texas whiskey. So to make the trip, I'd probably be forced by y'all to purchase some Texas
Hey,
whiskey.
we'll line you out a sample arena of Texas. We'll do a Texas whiskey video review or something.
We have a pretty good relationship with a few of the guys, like Robert at Iron Root and those guys. Like we know
Yeah.
them.
I heard
We
Iron Root's been doing good things.
Yeah, they're blend, man. Some of their ryes, their sleight of hand. They just came out with their mother whiskey. I mean, their Icor is a hazmat.
Yeah,
It's one of my favorite bottles I've ever had, and I'm
that's
not
awesome.
even saying that because we know them. Like they literally is. I'll have to get you a sample of that. You got to try it.
But they do
It's
a lot of
outrageous.
other cool stuff too. Like he let us try how old was that
It
brandy?
was like a 14-year-old
Like 14-year-old
brandy. It was
brandy.
Oh
It
like,
was
wow.
yeah,
insane.
it was nuts.
120 proof,
It
I
was,
think.
yeah, it was
It was
120
ridiculous,
proof
but
brandy. It was really good.
so they have a lot of really cool stuff, and they use like was it like 14 different kinds of corn, 30 kinds of it's a lot. They use a lot of different
Yeah.
kinds of corn for their so they do a lot of experimenting. And yeah, we have a lot of good relationship with a lot of people at Iron Root. So if you come down, maybe we can find someone who's got some cool Iron
Go
Root
back to
stuff.
Austin too, man.
In Austin,
Go
yeah,
hang out with
yeah.
Still
We
Austin
did.
guys.
We just recently did an interview with Still Austin, and they have some amazing stuff there
Yeah,
too.
shout out to Jason Harry, man. He met with us. He's their education and brand manager, and you can feel the passion that they have there. You had kind of mentioned about, I believe it was Firefly or Driftwood Skin, one of them that really
Yeah.
kind of, or no, Cedar Ridge. You were talking about how they just connected, their synergy, the passion. Like you felt that when we were talking through with Jason and just what they're doing.
And
And
he was
again, the
a
same with Iron Root. Like those guys love what they do. What's unique about Iron Root, it's like his whole family, him and his brother, his mom and dad, like they've got that, family togetherness kind of vibe, which is great. They're making some fun. I mean, he just won. They've won the best corn whiskey. They won, I think their rye
Wow.
won a couple of awards. So they're doing some masterclass type stuff for only being around 10 years. And still Austin's not even 10 years old yet. I think they were eight.
they were 8 or 9.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's just
Wow.
incredible. Texas whiskeys have really come a long way. And I know a lot of people aren't fans of it. It's a little more spiky, a little more in your face. But I mean,
Well,
the
some of
rise
them
and
are.
still
Some of
also
like the Garrison Brothers stuff can kind of be like really leathery and really like dark.
hmm
And
hmm
like I haven't tried a whole lot of Garrison Brothers, but I know some of the like Balcones, like things like that. They
yeah.
do. Yeah, I mean, some Texas whiskey is definitely in your face, and everything's bigger in Texas. But I think there's some good stuff out there for sure. And I mean, there's a lot of fun stuff around here. So.
Yeah, Milam Green too, making
Yeah,
some good
Milam and
stuff.
Green.
They have the Midnight Winners, the guy that I guess helped create that with High West. He works for them. So they have like their own version of that. It's like
Yeah, it's a rye finish. Rye finish important. It's super easily available, and I personally felt like it was just as good, if not, maybe a little under. But I haven't had a
Yeah.
whole lot of the midwinters, not dram, but
it was
very
in the
comparable for
in the
sure.
ballpark. I'll say
Yeah.
that. I've had several Midnight Winners bottles, so
Oh
but
yeah.
so what you have about are you just strictly football? What others? I know you're a huge Gamecock, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Gamecock
Big
guy.
Gamecock, man. Gotta love my Gamecocks. I'm an alumni and I can't get enough of the season we had last year. I mean, that is something I wish I was still in school to experience was a winning football season.
Yeah, no,
But
my
nine and
football team,
four or
we
nine
had a
and three?
historic record, low, worst. I'm a Oklahoma State fan, so it was like one of the worst seasons we've ever had.
Kind of reminds me of when I was in high school and we just like would celebrate winning one game. Like our players would be like, "I'm gonna go out and I think I'm gonna break my arm tonight," and lo and behold, he goes out and breaks his arm or something. It's like,
Wow.
they just like calling all this negative stuff because they just know they are gonna win. But then they ended up like not a few years ago, they ended up going to state. So they had a turnaround for sure.
They turned it around, just like
Turned
the
it around.
Gamecocks. We're gonna beat Clemson again. Swear.
Yeah, no, that was awesome.
Swear it's gotta
Awesome.
happen again.
Swear to me.
Good luck. Good luck. I'm gonna wish it into existence.
I was talking to a Clemson fan yesterday, and he was just like, "We're gonna get y'all this year." I was like, "You said that last year, buddy." Like,
Yeah.
he's like, "We got a better team this year." I was like, "You've had the best recruiting class, top 10 at least for the past few years because of Dabo. Like, don't tell me that you're gonna have a better recruiting class this year after we just spanked y'all.
Yeah.
You know, come on, get out of here."
So
I don't care.
I'm a huge movie guy. I have a lot of like movie tattoos and stuff. Do you dabble in movies, TV? Like, is there anything you like or?
Man, that is like the one thing I do not do is watch movies. I'm a big TV show guy, but only like the funny ones. So South Park, Family Guy,
So
American
Sunny
Dad.
Philadelphia?
Never seen that. No.
Oh
Check
man,
it
you know
out.
what? That's a good
show
show.
cracked
Is
me
it?
up so
The
hard.
Office. I like The Office a
Office?
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Office is great. Prison
uh,
Mike over here, man.
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec's great.
Yeah, I just finished The Witcher on Netflix. I thought that was great. I'm a big
Yeah,
video
Witcher's
game guy.
really good.
Dude, my wife loved that show until Henry Cavill left, and then she's like, "No, I don't like it anymore."
Yeah, well, the new season comes out soon, and he's not in it. So
Yeah.
He didn't like what the direction they were going.
Well,
He's a huge
yeah.
nerd, so he
Yeah.
knows the Witcher lore, and he
Yeah.
just didn't like what they were trying to do. And I'm like, man, if you have someone like
Good
Henry
for him.
Cavill, like just listen to him. He knows
Yeah.
what he's talking about. I don't understand.
I'm so happy he walked away from that, dude.
Oh, for
Because
sure.
I'm a huge Witcher fan. I played the video games. I mean, I'm a big video game guy, just in
I was
general.
you beat me to. I was gonna ask if you're
Yeah,
what
I'm
nerdy
a
hobbies you
big, I'm a
I gotta
big
know what's your
gamer, man.
what's your all-time favorite game?
Dying Light 1.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. That game just hits different, man. That's
Yeah.
nobody made a game that was open world parkour with zombies and like machetes. Like that was just when I was 15, I think I came out in 2015. When I was 15, dude, that ate me up.
Yeah.
I couldn't get enough of it.
Diablo 2 is my all-time favorite game.
Diablo.
Yeah,
I've been
Diablo.
playing a lot of Ready or Not. Have you heard of that one?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't played it though.
I've seen
Oh
the
man,
movie.
it's good.
Yeah.
I don't know the game. I'm a
Yeah.
big Resident Evil 4 fan. That was like I played that.
Oh, no way.
That's a good game.
Freaking love that game so much.
One of them was on sale on Steam the other day, and I played like halfway through it. I haven't finished it, but it was like the third or the fourth one. I can't remember, but it was my first ever Resident Evil, and I was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, the games are intense, man.
They
I
are
remember-
intense.
Both great.
Yeah. Even I remember playing like I don't know how old I was playing the first one, and I'm a little older than you, but like that game scared the shit out of me. Like you
Oh,
get
yeah.
dogs jumping through the windows and stuff. That was back like PS1, I think it was.
Those are
Yeah.
Yeah, Silent Hill and stuff. I'm like, dude, I wouldn't even sleep that night after we got done playing that game, but we loved it.
Which I'm a big horror guy, so like any of those horror games, I'm gonna love.
Oh yeah.
We like
Yeah.
celebrate the whole month of October. We
So
actually got married in October, so like we always go all out with a trip and everything too.
So what's like your favorite show? I know you like comedies and stuff. Like if you had one show you had to watch and you could never watch another show, what would that be?
The Office easily. Yeah.
I mean,
It's a very generic answer, but like that's probably the one I'd
it's
lean
one of the
on.
most binge-worthy shows ever.
Oh wait, no, man. South Park, dude.
Oh,
Okay, South Park's great.
Yeah, I could watch South Park over and over and over because it's just cringy,
It's
funny, and there's like 20 seasons. There's only like 5.
Yeah, it's
The
crazy that
Office.
he can continue to make hilarious stuff,
Yeah.
and it's so clever. It's just insane. The
Oh,
right,
it's so good.
these guys are insane. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. So some of the bottles that y'all wanted to try, I'm finished with my glass. What would be the next one you want to try?
I just finished Russell's 10, which is going really well. How about Old Grandad 114? We got to give some respect. Put some
Yeah.
respect on that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, this big girl right here, man.
I know, dude. The bottle
What's-
that keeps
what's
on
the-
giving, one of the best values on the market.
What's the price on these nowadays?
Like 22, 23,
Wow.
I believe. I think maybe cheaper than that. I think it's
I
around
love-
23, 24.
Love it.
You ever do any of the like poor man's pappy or anything like that? Because I
No.
know there's a poor man's 4 grain with Old Grandad, Eagle Rare, and can't remember the other. There's another,
I've
but
never
I'm
heard
like,
of that.
they're always pretty interesting.
Let me see the price on Old Grandad 114 right now.
Yeah,
What are
check
we
it out.
looking at? Let's
And then
see.
when you look
Total.
that up, let's play a game.
Okay.
Let's play
You want
build a bar. We're doing a value bar. You
Okay.
get you get
build a
you
bar?
get 5 bottles.
Build a bar.
Try to stay under
30.
$200
Yeah, I see
US.
those YouTube channels, and they're like, "All
Yeah.
right, you got $100.
Yeah, shop
You
to
did one of those
Yeah,
videos,
you
didn't
did
you?
one of I think didn't you have a video where you were under a budget and you
No, I gave my brother $300 and I just said, we're going to get you some good whiskey. And that's what we did. I said, I gave a
Okay.
bourbon noob $300. What did he buy? I think that was the title.
Yeah. No, I
Um,
remember I watched that video. It's been a minute.
yeah, because he graduated college from the Citadel, and
It was like
as
Fireball, $300 worth of Fireball, baby.
dude, he wanted off camera, he wanted to buy some of the most bullshit you've ever heard of, and I was like, dude, I am not like
I'm not supporting
I
that.
you are more than welcome to buy it, but just letting you know, I'm not recording it, and people are going to wonder where that $80 went.
Like, gotta get some Smirnoff vodka, gotta get some Fireball.
So Old Grandad today at Total Wine down the street from me is $31.99. So a $32
Okay, so it's going up a
bottle.
little bit.
Check my
It's
specs.
been in probably a year or so. I bought like 2 or 3 of these just because they were cheap. I swear I got mine for like 25, maybe. I don't know. Who knows? In this
Oh
economy,
man.
Hey, if you're coming down like in the winter time, like Specs does a massive drop at the end of the year, and those
I
are always super
heard.
fun. We're like camping out in the parking lot with
yeah,
like the Iron Root guys are out there. Like Old Nelly's always number one,
it's
and
pretty legit.
those are always
That's a
super
good
fun.
event. It's a lot of fun.
I heard they try and like not announce the date so people can't fly in.
They kind of, it's always like right after Christmas, so you just don't know exactly. They announce it kind of late, but you'll have a little bit of notice if you have the ability to kind of be like, all right, Christmas falls on a Thursday, it's going to be Friday or Saturday, or kind of vice versa, somewhere around that. So
Yeah.
I'll have to look at the dates, but that would be at a good time to come down. You get some really good content, a lot of fun. Everybody's bottle sharing in the parking lot, and it's a really good. We did it the last 2 years. It was a lot of fun.
That's awesome, man. I've always wanted to do that. I really have.
This old Grandad 114 does not smell like a $30
What's that
bottle
bottle?
or 25 or whatever.
I'm trying to see what it is on
Nose
our
on it's good.
specs.
Pop quiz, Garrett. Who makes it?
Who makes it? Jim Beam.
There you go.
I like Jim Beam a lot. So
Yeah, I do like Jim.
Old Grand.
You'd be surprised. Some of my friends that say that they're really into bourbon and stuff, I hit them with like a pop quiz every now and then. I'm like, who makes Maker's Mark? Who owns Maker's Mark?
Dude, I love
You know?
playing.
Corey?
I love playing games.
Yeah.
I played a game with Cody the last. Oh yeah, Old Grandad 114 2631 at specs.
Yeah. You're getting robbed down there, man. You got to come to Texas, bro. We got to get you loaded up.
Yeah.
Just do a road trip, drive down here. We'll
Another
some
thing,
money.
another thing that we just have in a absurd, like just an insane amount of down here is the Weller Green Labels and the Buffalo Trace and all the benchmarks just dusting on the shelves. And I heard
That's
that
good.
some of that stuff's hard to find like in other
Yeah,
states.
it's good, man.
I hadn't had this in a long time.
I
That's
haven't
good.
had it either. Like neat, like
Yeah, I'm usually drinking it out of the bottle on the way to concerts.
Oh man, what kind of music do y'all listen to?
I listen to everything. I mean, when it comes to
Generic answer.
well, I mean, right now lately been a lot more country.
Yeah, you should
Kinda
see
looking
my
at-
playlist because it goes from anywhere from like rock to pop to country to I'll listen to like musical
Wow.
soundtracks. Like I was rocking
I don't know
the
that.
the Sweeney Todd soundtrack whenever that movie came out a lot.
You didn't hit
So-
any of the
so-
genres that I listen to, so that's good.
What are you jamming out to lately?
Man, for the past 4 years straight, all I listen to is roots reggae. Just
Reggae.
Oh, dude.
Straight
Hey,
up
I lived
reggae.
in the Caribbean for 2 years, so I'm down with some reggae for sure.
yeah, man, that's all I listen to. And every now and then I'll touch back into my like high school days or college days where I listened to a lot of lyrical rap, like
Yeah.
Tech Nine,
Oh yeah,
Hobson.
Tech Nine's
like,
legit. Yeah.
like I'll get back into that side and then I'll completely shift gears. Like the next day I wake up and just start listening to Stick Figure or Peter
Oh.
Tosh or somebody,
Big
you know.
Figure's awesome.
I
Yeah.
saw them in concert on Tuesday, man. Blew
Nice,
me away.
dude. That's sick.
Yeah, it's
My
awesome.
friend introduced me to them because I was like, "Yeah, I like reggae," and they're like, "Oh, have you ever heard of Stick Figure?" I'm like, "No." I just started checking them out. They got some great stuff.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's
Oh yeah.
crazy. I we had a paintball team that was sponsored when I was in high school, and our song, like our theme song, was "I'm a Tell" by Tech Nine, and so Tech Nine always has a soft spot, man. I always through my head like, "Mama say stop or I'm gonna tell
Tell
Papa."
Papa,
That
yes,
song,
dude.
that song's a banger, man.
That song is a banger.
I'm one of the biggest Tech Nine fans. Man, I've seen him in concert, I think 4 times, and I plan on seeing him again,
Oh,
at
he's so
least.
good, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
in person, that guy he's like the embodiment of a rock star. I mean, he
Oh
gets up
yeah.
Yeah.
there and everybody's attention is just poof.
Well, and he loves rock
Yeah.
music too, so he'll like he's jam like I heard him like doing a chop suey. So he's just like,
Oh,
wait,
that's so.
there's something a little bigger. I'm just like, dude, this guy
Yes.
raps so fast.
Put a little
He,
makeup.
he came out with a new album on Friday and I've been listening to it all weekend.
Oh, I haven't heard it. I'll have to
That's
check it
one
out.
thing you got to respect about Take Nine is his work ethic, dude. He
Yeah.
releases
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 things a year. It's
Yep.
insane.
Yeah, and he
Yep.
can blend in with multiple different art. I mean, he's just versatile. I mean, like
Oh
it's
yeah,
insane.
he's done songs with like Corey Taylor from Slipknot,
Yeah.
Chino
Yep.
from Deftones. Like I
Yep.
think he has one with Jonathan Davis of Korn. Like he just loves music, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great artist. I think even though he's people ought to know him, I think he's still underrated.
Extremely,
Oh,
extremely
for sure.
underrated. So what is this build a bar game you were telling me about?
Yeah, I was gonna say if you're new to whiskey, you're gonna build a bar and you got 5 bottles to start your collection with. What are 5 bottles? Um, that non-allocated stuff.
Okay. Do
Non-allocated.
I have a price
Just try
bracket
to stay under
point?
$200.
5 bottles, $200.
That's a pretty good
Okay.
budget.
So let's go with,
Yeah,
let
I
me
forgot.
think. I think you got to have a Russell's 10. And that's just contrary considering we have one that we're drinking on today.
Yeah,
I think for the price and availability, you're not finding one of these, a 10-year whiskey. I don't think you're finding this. I think
yeah.
you're probably going to find this.
Yeah,
What is the price now? I know they went up some. What is the price now for this 10-year Russells?
I'll look it up real quick.
I think it's
Okay.
like 52.
Russell's
We typically use specs. There's one of the largest.
42.99.
Wow, 42.99.
All right. So we were at $42 with bottle one.
Yeah, these are Texas specs prices, so we're using a
Yeah.
legit source.
Probably
Love
$50
specs.
here.
Yeah, Russell's 10 are just consistent.
Oh, good.
You got to have a turkey product in your bar. Like,
And I
So
love this
good.
bottle. It's like it was one of my first loves, and
yeah,
I still love that bottle.
getting a lot of cherry. I would just, finish that sip earlier. I was getting a lot of cherry off of it. I guess, obviously wild turkey get a lot of cherry too. So, but it's coming in a
The
little
next
bit.
one I'm going to go with is Michter's American.
Okay.
Okay.
I think the way that Michter's toasts their barrels is very appealing to a broad audience. And for $49, at least that's what it is here. It's probably a little cheaper where y'all are at. That's a great one because they're all pretty low proof. I think it's like 90 proof.
49.46. So
Yeah.
same price.
About the same price.
Yeah, $49. So we're at 100 right there, right?
Yep.
Roughly.
I mean, we can go to 250 if we need to.
Yeah. If you go a little over, it's okay. We'll let it slide.
Let me think, man, because I think a Redwood Empire should definitely be on the list.
Oh, 100%.
So which one you picking?
But I think the Lost Monarch is my favorite.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that's a good one.
Solid.
That's one of those bottles where I crushed when I first got into bourbon. I crushed like 3 of those bottles. Pretty
Yeah. Yeah, so we have a Russell's 10. We have what was the
Michter's
first
American.
one? Michter's, yep.
Lost Monarch's 36.83.
36.83. Okay. Whew.
So they've gone up a little bit. I think
Because
they were like 29-30 bucks there for a little bit.
that's a blend of bourbon and rye. And I
Yeah.
think that's a really good yin yang for people to, because you want to have a bar when you're first starting out that's got a little bit of a variety.
Yeah,
Because
I agree.
Because if I went and ate sushi today and I had a bunch of wasabi and then I come home and try and drink this Russell's, my freaking, who knows? I could feel weird, my stomach, my chest, my tongue's all scorched,
Yeah.
and then I could come back and try it a week from now and I could be like, damn, it's the best thing I ever had,
Yeah, it was
So
like we did a drop a couple weeks ago, and then we did a buff turkey episode with one of our good friends, Darren. And it was like, man, by the middle of that, my palate was just blown out. You know, those buff turkeys are 15, 16 years old.
Well, and at the
Hmm.
drop, everyone brought like Maker's Mark cellar aged and
Yeah.
You
Penelope
gotta drink
17
that.
Will it
year.
purple
Well,
top?
purple. And it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, don't do a drop and then do an episode on
Yeah.
buff turkey because
Nah.
Lesson
your
learned.
taste buds are going to be just shot.
So everything I've mentioned thus far is relatively, if not yes, under 100 proof. I think the next one that we're going to do is going to take up a little bit more of our budget, but I think it should be a Jack Daniel's single barrel, the gold label. I think the barrel proof single barrel from Jack Daniel's, I think those are some of the best barrel proof bottles for the price around the country because they vary so much and they're typically outstanding.
Dude, I
Yeah.
got the Coy Hill. So if you look on the side of the label, the numbers correlate with the warehouses. And so
Yeah.
like I got a 13, which is a Coy Hill warehouse of the rye, and it's almost as good as the 2020 special edition rye that we have. Like
Really?
it's
It
crazy.
it is significantly different. We did a side by side, just a regular barrel. I have a regular one, which I agree. I agree with your statement. What you said. I think it's some of the best value on the market for a barrel proof, and it's
Hmm.
consistent.
Legacy
The
Distillery.
Yeah,
You know what you're getting. Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, and people still, for whatever reason, sleep on Jack Daniels. I don't. I mean, I guess number seven's
Yeah, I
number
think it's because the
seven.
old number seven, people are like, oh, that's produce or whatever.
Yeah,
But
they're making dude the
I had
14,
this
the 12,
conversation
the 10. I
this
mean,
conversation with someone the other day, and they're like, "Oh, I don't like the Jack Daniel's number seven, so I don't really want to try their other stuff." And I'm like, dude, their other stuff is like it just shits on the whole number
have
seven.
you have you had the Coy Hill?
Yes, I own a bottle. Yes.
Okay, yeah, I didn't get a bottle, but we had our buddy got one and got a sample, and we tried it. I mean, it was
Well, that
outstanding.
2020 is isn't that was that a Coy Hill?
No, the 2020 is their for single barrel proof rye that they did
I
limited
don't know if
edition.
that was a Coy Hill warehouse.
No, remember Daniel brought us the Coy Hill sample.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah. But it's they do some awesome stuff for sure.
yeah,
And the final bottle, I think I got one more, right?
yeah. You got one more.
Because we're going with stuff that's readily available and easy to find. I would love to put a like Weller of some sort on there, but that's not easy for everybody. So I'm going to say the next best thing for I think a better price, the Green River Weeded.
Good.
Ooh,
you-
have you seen they're coming out with a cast strength, or I think it's already came out. Have you tried it?
I've not.
I have not either. I
We
love
haven't-
that weeded
We haven't
though.
seen it yet.
Dude,
But
that
I think
thing-
having a weeded on the shelf at the beginning of your bourbon experience will open your eyes to the other mash bills that are out there as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
One of the bottles I forgot that I was going to bring was Early Times Bottled in a Bond. I think that's an insane value bottle. And
Yeah.
Benchmark
That's
foolproof. Those are
up on my screen right now. Actually, it's the early times. It's $24.99. I was just looking at it because I was trying to get some ideas of what I was going to pick.
I actually found a store like I think it's like an hour north of us that has a bunch of the black tops. And so I got a few bottles, but I'm gonna go back and I
Yeah,
kind
we
of
need
just
to
want
get
to
some
buy
of
them
that.
out of all the black tops.
blacktop. I don't know if you've done the side the screw top versus blacktop, but I
I've
noticed I
not.
get strawberry shortcake on the blacktop ones. I don't get it that same. They're both really good. Early Times is legit. I think it's one of the best values out there.
Yeah.
But I do taste a pretty big difference in that. I don't get that strawberry shortcake that I get in the blacktop and the screw top.
See, I have the black top, but I've not done a side by side. I don't know why. Because I got the other one sitting on the shelf at the store I could go buy.
Yeah, you can buy anytime. Yeah, those are.
But I got the black top. I do have one. Yeah.
So if you could put a Weller in there just for fun, what Weller would you put in your build a bar?
12.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd put the 12 in it just because it's very shareable. You start getting into the 107 proof, the 100 and
The
the
full
full proof. What is it? 120, 125?
I think it's 120, but
I
yeah,
think it
I just
might.
had one last night, but I didn't see the bottle. I've got a
It's
couple.
it's like I'm looking for stuff if I'm building a bar, the stuff that I can share with friends, not stuff that I'm gonna enjoy exclusively, right?
Yeah.
So if you get a Weller 12, first of all, age statement, people love seeing that kind of stuff. They nerd out about it. Proof point, very, very approachable. The only issue is that it's got a screw cap, but if your friends are going to be that much of a hater about it, then don't pour it for them,
Yeah.
So I think that would be a really good one. And for the most people that I talk to that have whiskey and have a Weller lineup, the one they drink the most is the dang 12, man. I swear. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's the one I always get asked by my friends, like, "Oh, have you seen Weller 12?" I'm like, "Man, I don't look for it personally, but if I do, I'll let you know."
Yeah.
Because I mean, we see it every now and then. Our specs close to us provides to restaurants and stuff, so a lot of times they don't set out stuff, but every now and then you might get lucky and get a Weller 12 or Blanton's or
Hmm.
something. But
I looked it up. It says Weller Full Proof's 114.
Well, there you
Thought it
go.
was higher, a little higher than that, but
some of the picks might
it's a
be, I
good
don't know.
pour. I had
But
it
that
last
means their
night.
entry proof on that is 114. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a low entry proof.
Yeah. Agreed.
All right. Well, so we don't get disconnected again. It says we have about a little over 4 minutes. So we'll just go ahead and wrap this up so we don't have to keep coming back in if that's cool.
Yeah, sure.
If you do you have any advice for any like new bourbon drinkers or anyone, trying to into this whole bourbon scene? Like, I mean, we just did a build a bar, which is a good kind of,
Yeah.
entry, but do you have any advice for anyone kind of getting
Yeah.
in?
Um, One, go to bottle shares. And if you don't know who to go to, join a Facebook group, join a Discord, join something local to you. And if you really don't know how to do that, go to your local liquor store that has a decent bourbon selection and ask the owner because he'll know the local bourbon groups, the local guys to talk to. He'll connect you on Facebook or whatever your social media platform is. And take the time on your Saturday at 5 o'clock and go to this guy's house with a bunch of other like minded individuals and absorb, be the sponge in the room and learn everything that these guys are talking about. Hold the bottles, read the labels on the back. Just try and be more knowledgeable because the more knowledge you have, the better informed purchases you can make. That's probably the biggest thing that you can really jumpstart your bourbon journey with.
Yep.
Yeah, that
Great advice.
or like the release or raffles, things like that. Like everybody's camping out, and like I was talking about earlier, bringing a bunch of cool bottles, like stuff to try. Because that's a
Yeah.
big thing. Is if you're first getting in, you're probably not spending a ton of money at first. I know it gets pretty bad, after you start kind of spiraling in it.
I have a
But
Yeah.
problem.
it is nice to kind of try before you buy because there are actually very few bottles I've kind of regretted, but there have been a couple, and it's like I wish I would have tried that
Yeah.
before
I
I
wish
went
I
in.
had that $100 back so I could have
Yeah.
gone and bought more Old Grandad 114s.
God,
Darn right.
For more
Darn
victory.
right.
so good, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. No, I think that's really, really good advice. Do you have any like just a couple, two or three hunting tips? I mean, you've got a lot of experience doing that, so I know people trying to get into bourbon, trying to find the bottles that
Mhm.
everybody's looking for. But you have any kind of key tips you wanted to share with the audience?
Yeah. Build that relationship and oh my God, he said the same thing everybody else. Yeah, it's serious though. I mean, it is the number one thing you can do. I get calls for stuff that I turn down because I've built the relationship with the people. I've just done it. And there's some stores that I don't even film in on purpose because I don't want to blow up my awesome spot. and
Yeah, for sure. Your
you
honey
know,
hole.
yeah, and it's like these relationships, man. He'll call me and just be like, "Hey, I got the new old Fit 7 in. First one I'm calling. You want it?" I'm like, "I'll wait till I find it in a video, kind of thing." But I mean, literally build that relationship. If the guy's in the bourbon, depending on who they are, if they drink or not, try and do that. If it's a big box store, then if they have a point system, then I mean, you're not going to get away around that. Lean into the point system. Make sure you buy your wife's vodka or tequila there, or
Yep.
your high noons or whatever you do. Make sure you get
Their
stuff.
wine.
Yeah, whatever, right? If you're even into like buzz balls, who cares? But make sure you get your points.
Got my
And
wife this the Miss
all
Peaches
that.
thing. I don't even know what it's called. I just saw a dog on the thing. I'm like, oh yep, my wife wanted that.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, just lean into your local stores, man. They're going to be the ones that are more willing to throw you a bone every now and then than the bigger box stores will.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. We really appreciate you taking the time to
Yeah.
come out. And this has been really fun.
Absolutely.
We'll have to do this again.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come back on for sure. And maybe we're gonna have to do some hunting collabs together. That would be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be sick if you're down around
Yeah, for
Dallas.
sure.
And
That
Cool.
sounds great, guys. I really appreciate everything. And if you ever need anything, please feel free to reach out, okay?
Yeah,
okay.
likewise, absolutely, man. You've been great. You've inspired us. You've given us great advice. In the very beginning, didn't have any reason to meet with two boys from Oklahoma, but you've been great. You're very humble, and Anyone, if you've not checked out his videos, his channel is phenomenal on YouTube. Doing fun stuff. We'll call you the Mr. Beast of Bourbon, I guess. Yeah, we appreciate you being on, and yeah, we'll give best of luck, and we'll talk soon.
Cool, guys. Thank you.
All right, take care. Well, I'm Cody, and we are the Bourbon Nerds. Thanks, buddy.
Peace.